Hey, YouTube. So I think I did a post on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and I asked a few people questions. And I asked them, what did they want me to talk about? A couple of them said about relationships and dating over 40, mainly dating over 40. So I asked another question, a follow up question, like, is it hard dating over when you're over 40? And a couple of people got back to me in my comments and different places, and it was kind of mixed. There was some people, okay, one person told me, she said, threes, like, you can't just date one person. She says she dates a multiple of three people. She did not say sleeping with them. She says she dates three people. There's a difference. So she dates three people. Then one guy was saying that the the apps, the dating apps and stuff like that makes it difficult to date people. And then there was another guy who said that he finds it interesting, like he's kind of having fun with it. He's on the apps and things like that. And then there were a couple other ladies, and one person, one person put a meme, and it was like death, death, death. Like just no, just don't do it. Another one said they don't even want to try anymore. So it got me to thinking because if you're in your 40s, you might have been in a long term relationship, you may have even been married, and then now you're back on the dating scene, and it's kind of like, ugh, like what is this? Like, what's really going on? And there's like this whole gender war thing going on, and people feel like women should be doing this, men should be doing that, and there's the podcast bros and all this stuff going on. I think it's making it harder for people to date. And then we have people who are not, that should not be dating. And, you have people approaching you and they are just aggressive, they're rude, they're not dateable. So it brings me back to some of the people that were talking about how they don't want to date. Hi, Carson. How are you? Where are you from? How they don't want to date and how they feel, it's a lost cause. Hey, Jeremy, Nico, pushed cat. Nice, Kenya, nice. So I guess there's just mixed reviews when it comes to dating over 40, and a lot of people are like they give up. They just like they give up. They don't care anymore. They don't want to do it. And I think a lot of people are. Hi, Rose. I think a lot of people are giving up and they're just being by themselves. But I think for somebody that's in their 40s, you're from Colombia. Nice. What time is it there in Kenya and Colombia? I think dating over 40, like I was saying, like some people have already been in relationships, in long term relationships, or they've been married and now they're divorced. And I think they expect it to be like it was when they first met their significant other. And it's not. Thanks for the hearts and the roses. And it's not. So they have that mindset of, this is how the dating world works now, and it just doesn't work like that anymore. And then on top of that, I think a lot of people are not doing the inner work before they go meet somebody else. They're not handling their baggage from the past relationships. Dating sucks anymore. Really? Is it really that bad? Where are you from, Rose? And they're not doing the inner work. So one guy, because my friend actually brought this up to me, and then she was like, um, this one guy was saying that he doesn't want to date anymore because he feels that Tennessee, nice. He feels that all the women that he's meeting are like his ex. And if you don't do the inner work, of course, You're just going to keep meeting the same person in a different body. It's going to be the same thing over and over again because you didn't do the inner work with yourself. And I think a lot of times when people don't do the inner work, they think that things are going to be different, but they're not. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over again. If you ever seen the movie Groundhog Day, it's just going to be the same thing in a different body, same person. And he was saying how, a lot of these women, they want this, they want that, and that's how his ex was. But he won't take the accountability to say, okay, these are the type of women that I'm seeking out. Even women, like, you keep meeting the same guy in a different body. It just seems that no one is wanting to keep it real. It's just something to pass time. It does seem like that. Ambitious by. But that's another thing with nobody wants to keep it real. Like, they want to do what they want to do, and then they don't want you to do anything. They don't want you to do anything. They want you to sit in the house and wait around for them while they do whatever they want to do. And I think a lot of times people are honest. Hi, Lubber614. I think a lot of people are honest about, you know, what are we doing? What do you want? And they don't want to be honest, like, okay, you dating other people, so I'm gonna date other people too. And there's a lot of selfishness going on in the dating world as well. So it gets to the point where, because you not getting on a plane has nothing to do with the price of China. I just lost my rival. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about either. But I don't know. I had mixed reviews. Some people were saying it was going good. Like the girl that told me she was dating three people, she was saying it's going really well. So I guess after she figures out who she really likes, I guess maybe settle down with that person. I don't know. But I can definitely say a lot of things would be a lot better if people weren't listening to podcast bros, people weren't listening to, people that have not even been in a relationship or have a or had a real relationship, because the only thing you could tell me is what not to do. Like somebody telling you what to do in a relationship and they never had a successful relationship is kind of pointless. It's kind of pointless. And okay, I'm ambitious. I got it. And they're not thinking about, what are we really doing? I honestly don't think people talk to each other, because I was in two internet relationships and I was just talking about random stuff and wasn't even talking about anything in a relationship. And one of the guys said to me, because I went on a trip and I came back, and usually, like, if I go on a trip, I don't tell everybody I'm leaving or anything like that. And he was very upset that I left on a trip and didn't let him know. And he's like, "Well, you got to let me know this. If we're gonna have, if this is gonna work out. If what is gonna work out? We're not in a relationship. This is the internet. Like, yes, I know people meet people on the internet, but if we're just talking about random things, like, I don't think a lot of people will communicate to the level of understanding what's really going on. And a lot of people are just like, just dating everybody. Dating everybody and not telling everybody that they're dating everybody. And then when they get caught out, then it's like, oh my God, what happened? Because you weren't honest. A lot of people are not honest. A lot of people are manipulators, gaslighters. And now they have this whole thing where they're talking about how women do not want to be in a relationship. They do not want to have kids. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. My ex-girlfriend got mad that I didn't tell her that I was going to see him specifically. She broke up with me after I went to his house. I hate people sometimes. You just gotta pick better. And I know people say that all the time, like, but sometimes those true colors, they come out and you ignore them. And we gotta stop ignoring those true colors, because sometimes it's in your face. Like, there are people who hide their true colors very well, but majority of the time it's in your face. So I just want to go live real quick and get up here and talk about dating over 40. And you guys can let me know down in the comments what y'all think. And if you want me to talk about something else, as long as it is around wellness and I guess sometimes relationships, put it in the comments below.